Hello, my friends. Hello. This is a character that I've wanted to properly cover for quite some time now. Lisbon 13, a character who, in my opinion, is either the most or second most powerful hunter in the Destiny universe, depending on what class the Guardian or the player character is. In this video, I'm going to go through the entire character's story so far, giving my thoughts along the way. With all that being said, let's get into it. I'm not going to waste your time and read out pages of lore for you, but if you're interested in reading the lore for yourself, I'll have a link to all the lore that mentions Lisbon in the description below. But what do I have to tell you about Lisbon? Well, the best place to begin is what happened in the Black Garden. Lisbon was a member of a fire team known as the Kentarch 3. You had the Warlock Rakana, the Titan Yardarm, and of course the Hunter Lisbon. What set this fire team apart from others was the fact that Rakana was a member of an order of warlocks that had been banished for a long time, ever since Osiris had left the city. That order was known as the Cryptocrons, a group who practiced oniromancy, which involved using dreams to try and see the future. Long story short, this order sent Rakana and her fire team to the Black Garden because according to their dreams, a fire team in the future would go into the Black Garden and discover the secrets about its origin. Very valuable information. The problem was that because of the nature of the Vex, it was very hard for these visions to be accurate concerning this specific mission. At the same time, the Vex defenses were insane, as they considered the Black Garden a weak spot for the collective. So when the fire team went into the Black Garden, they found themselves swarmed with Vex. And hey, I despise Garden of Salvation, so I don't blame them for having a hard time there. Here's where it gets interesting. The visions also said that the Vex honored and revered an object that turned out to be the weapon Divinity, a weapon that I believe came from the Black Fleet. So while they were there, the group snagged the weapon, they gave it to Lisbon for safekeeping, and then that's when it began to get weird. They'd hear voices echo when they shouldn't, they'd find themselves saying things that they didn't mean to, and their ghosts would freak out, in some cases nearly falling to the ground. And then, the deal happened. From context given to us later on, we know exactly what happened. A character who I believe was the witness appeared to them, most likely appearing as doppelgangers to the fire team. It offered them power, and they accepted. As far as I'm aware, this is the first time that Guardians, or Risen of any kind, obtained darkness powers. The plan changed. Rakana and Yardarm decided that they would return to the city and share the knowledge and presumably this power with the Cryptocron Order. Lisbon, however, knew that this was wrong. He knew that this power came from the wrong side, and he knew that it had changed and corrupted his friends. Arguing turned to fighting, and a 2v1 fight broke out. Rakana and Yardarm unleashed their new powers on Lisbon, but he held back, only using his light and sniper, not wanting to be corrupted any further. And in the end, he successfully destroyed their ghosts before killing them both. When he was finished, he attempted to destroy his own ghost, determined to see that the secrets that they had found there died with him. But he was stopped by his own doppelganger, or the Witness. After an intense but brief conversation, a new deal was made. The doppelganger would erase Lisbon's memories of what had happened there, and so Lisbon was able to escape the Black Garden, with no idea of what he had seen or done. 90% of this particular story came from the Garden of Salvation gear, with the ending coming from the Deepstone Crypt raid chest piece. The story would continue with Altars of Reflection lore, showing that Lisbon would go and travel to Savathun's throne world in order to get his memories back. If I had to guess, the Vanguard or someone with inside information got their hands on him, and that's how he knew he was missing memories. Maybe it was Ikora, I don't know. The knowledge of what he had done hurt him really badly. It really messed him up. But this time, instead of hiding from the memories, he embraced them and began on a new path, one that would take him to Ikora. You see, the Vanguard had figured out that the Cantarch 3 had a Crypticron, but while Zavala treated them like a disease that needed to be stamped out, Ikora sympathized with them, saying that while they might be misguided or worthy of being banished, they were still warlocks and still guardians. We don't know exactly how the two met, but at some place in time, Ikora found the fire team's lone survivor and offered him a place within her group of elite guardians, the Hidden. Find thyself, know thyself, destroy thyself, shed thyself, embrace a new skin, become the many. We are as unseen, we are as death. Lisbon accepted this place inside the powerful force as his new calling, and the last time we would see him, he would accompany his new fire team down into the depths of Titan's methane oceans. Alongside Fenchurch Everest and Chalco Yang, Lisbon would find the body of the Taken King and find that signs of life still existed within him. What happened after that? I have no idea. And that is the story of Lisbon 13. The Exo Clovis Bray had to put down 13 times in order to keep him in line. So with all of that being said, do you want to know why I believe he's one of the most powerful hunters? Lisbon, Rakana, and Yardarm all went into the Black Garden, and there obtained a power that we have never seen before or since. And of the three, Lisbon was the only one to come out alive. And in my opinion, there is no reason to believe that he didn't take his power with him, considering the fact that he was able to take on and defeat the other two who were using as much of their new power as they could while he didn't, and considering the fact that using this power would give him an advantage against literally any character. I think that this hunter's power levels are off the charts. Take any known powerful hunters, Anabray, Ephrodite, me, and you put all of us in a 1v1 situation with Lisbon. If he pulled that power out of nowhere, all of us, any of us, would be at a disadvantage. And remember, he was at that very same disadvantage, but in a 2v1 situation, and he still won. I think Ikora has an idea of how powerful he is, because not only was she somewhat sympathetic when the Vanguard found out about the whole Crypticron situation, but when she did find him, she did take him under his wing and accepted him as a member of the Hidden. Listen, I'm not a massive Ikora fan, but that was a smart move. I'll admit it. I approve. In the end, power levels and the winners of matchups depend on one thing, the person telling the story, but considering how strong Lisbon is by himself without these new powers, and considering how much of an advantage he now has with these new powers. And by the way, we still don't know what they are. It was not stasis. I genuinely believe that he is one of, if not the strongest hunter characters in the Destiny universe. He and Ephrodite, to be fair, are both snipers. Very good snipers, so it would be a good fight. But if it came down to raw power, I really would not give Ephrodite an easy win, if a win at all. But hey, that's just my opinion. It is what it is. So what do you think? Do you find Lisbon as interesting as I do? Do you think he's as powerful as I do? Do you think you'd beat him? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video, finding it either entertaining or informative. And if I hit that wombo combo, maybe both, I am pushing for 2,000 subscribers. So if you're still here and you think it's worth it, please consider joining us and hit the like button. Why not? As always, I'll be streaming the extended version of this video in an hour or so after it comes out. And if you're watching this later on, the edited version of that stream should be there as its own video. So check that out if you're interested. But yeah, that's everything from me. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.